What's up, guys? Your boy D Money Man back at it again. I just want to say that today we're gonna be doing a review of The Boys Season 5, Episode 8 review. Without further ado, let's get into it. Start with the story now. The story here goes off as Homelander prepares to announce his coming on TV, and the boys go into the White House to confront Homelander and stop him, even though having already lost one of their own. In the aftermath, Billy tries to unleash the soup-killing virus, and only Huey can stop him. That's basically the end of the episode, y'all. I just want to say that this this finale was really the worst finale I've ever seen. This bad finale, and overall bad conclusion when it comes to the boys. But we'll dive into that in the dislikes because there's going to be a lot of them in this episode. But alright, y'all, without further ado, let's dive into the likes. The Frenchie speech is very funny. Now, guys, there was a Frenchie speech when I think Huey was giving Frenchie's eulogy, and he was speaking that eulogy on him at his funeral. They had like a little funeral that they were reading his eulogy, and then said something about Frenchie and butts and whatnot, and him knowing what the butts are and stuff. I found it to be very strange and weird, but yeah, it's a cringe joke, but it's whatever. Sister Sage going to the Harry Potter world. Now, guys, her going to Harry Potter world is, that's a kind of funny and that's just a way for the writers to write off her character, because after she lost her powers, it's like the writers just said, oh, we don't know what to do with the character now, so just say Harry Potter world and be done with it. And that's what they did. Mother's Milk brings Ryan into his own family and remarried his wife. Now, guys, this is in character for Mother's Milk, which always care about the youth and the kids and whatnot. And, it makes sense, but even though him and Ryan barely shared any screen time together, but like I said, Ryan had nowhere else to go, and he was powerless, and Buster is gone, Homelander is gone, he has, no father, so Mother's Milk took him in, I felt that was pretty good. But alright, y'all, we're gonna dive into the dislikes, and there's a lot of them. The Gen V kids are useless. Now, guys, they brought back the Gen V kids, and all they literally did is to transport the people from the Homelander screening all the way to Canada. Which is just they never help out in the final battle at all. That's all they did, which is pretty much a big waste for the characters as a whole. I didn't like that whatsoever, but hey, they did it anyway, so they made Sister Sage dumb. Now, guys, that's where the Harry Potter world came in. They made her dumb because she was trying to test out the new power that was given to Kimiko, the Soldier Boy's power, and it works. So yeah. Our Father died stupidly. Now, guys, Our Father, who has the power of sonic screams, turns out there's this titanium ball thing that him and Ashley do while, having kinky sex. And then Mother's Milk, took it, put it on his mouth, and he did a sonic scream and exploded himself. His head went everywhere, blood, guts, and stuff. And I was like, oh, they did the Black Bolt in Multiverse of Madness. the deep dies bad. Now, guys, the deep dies by getting pushed into the water by Starlight, and then Octopus grab him and push his tentacle up his butt, and then it went out his mouth and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how he dies, by his sea creatures. And when he tries to get away, he swam very slowly. Like it was like a normal human reaction. It wasn't like a superhuman reaction like he normally does. So they just wanted him to die, literally. The Force Ghost Frenzy is dumb. Now, guys, the Force Ghost Frenzy, giving Kimiko motivation to do this is pretty stupid. Like Butcher said, just go ahead and just release the thing on him, make him powerless so we can kill him. Like, I don't know why they needed to do that. That was just dumb. I would just remove that out. Homelander powers is very nerfed. Now, guys, there's a scene where Homelander, he went ahead and took somebody, I think it was an Elon Musk parody. He took him and went up in outer space and come right back down in like 3 to 4 seconds. And then we see him fighting Butcher, Ryan, and Kimiko and whatnot, and he was flying like mad slow, trying to get away. So yeah, that's another lazy writing plot thing just so the fight can happen. Lazy writing. Butcher kills Homelander in a very underwhelming way. Now, guys, Butcher kills Homelander by basically crowbar to the head and split his head open. Which for the boys, you see deaths, pretty brutal and gruesome deaths, so you would think that it will be more like over the top and overseen, especially with Homelander's death, but no, just a crowbar to the head, boom, that's it. Huey named his kid Robin. Now, guys, Huey named his kid Robin. This after the fact that him and Annie got together and have a kid, and he named his kid Robin after his ex-dead girlfriend. You are wilding out, bro. Like, I would never do something like that. And the fact that she even okayed that is absolutely insane to me. Yeah, that's wild. And them having a kid sets up the stages for the first natural born soup in the boys. And I feel like the show just got closer to that angle, because Ryan is just he's also a natural born soup. You would think that just by looking at him they'll be like, oh wow, okay, so we can actually pump out suits just by having like natural born soups out of the blue and out of the ordinary. But I wish the world just went to that route of angle in the TV show, but they didn't. So it is what it is at that point. But Butcher serves as release the virus in that finale. He serves as press the button and release the virus, because we've been just putting Robin to the side, the child aside. They saw Ryan. Ryan was the first natural born soup, so you would think Rob would like actively trying to come up with the natural born soup, so it keep pumping out natty born soups. But they didn't, and they didn't even do anything with that at all. So yeah. And also, him releasing that virus, that would definitely prevent another Homelander from popping up again. Because right now, since he didn't release that virus, another Homelander could possibly happen. It very much could happen now because, he didn't release the virus. So, yeah, the opportunity is in their faces now. But yeah, this finale overall should have been like this one big ass tongue-in-cheek finale, like one of those bittersweet endings. But nope, it's just very underwhelming and underwhelmed, and they did the bare minimum of this finale. But putting critiques aside, y'all, The Boys is an overall good TV show. Seasons 1 to 3, very good. After that, the show basically just falls off. It becomes a parody of itself, becoming the very thing that they're mocking. We have to wait and see if there's even rising TV show with Soulja Boy and Stonefront is even gonna do good. Which that's the only reason why we got what we wanted, because of Rising. If Rising never existed, then the finale probably would have been pretty good and on with the season as a whole. But no, because of Rising, they had to hold back Soulja Boy, they had to hold back every single body and this and that and the other. They had to be careful because they wanted to extend the universe, and that's just dumb. But yo, I ranted on enough. That's all I had to say about the Boys Season 5 finale. Yeah, I give it about 6.5 out of 10. The finale, not the show. But I give the show about, without 4 and 5, seasons 4 and 5, I give the show about 8.5. Yeah. But alright, y'all, that's all I had to say. And your boy D Money. I'll see you guys in the next video. D Money out.